Today I have MiracleMax back on the channel and we're doing a tier list for elite and advanced commanders. What is up, my friends? My name is Echo, and like I said, MiracleMax is back with me today on the channel for another tier list. You guys seem to love these tier lists, and I'll tell you what, we love putting them together for you. Max, how you doing today?
I'm doing great, Echo. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. Stoked to have you back for our final tier list. But guys, don't worry. We have some more things planned. You will see Max again on the channel, so don't fret. But if you want to see Max even more than on my channel, you can check her out on her YouTube channel, which is going to be linked down in the description below and at the end of the video. So Max, before we get into the tier list, take 10 seconds and tell people what you do on your channel.
You know, what I do is I explain things. I want to break things down that seem complicated and make them easier for people to understand.
Which is why I love her. She makes me understand the game, guys. It's just pretty simple. But that's what you can get over there. Go check her out. Watch the video that I link below. And if you like it, throw a subscription. But we're jumping into the tier list right now, starting off with Constance. What do you think of her, Max?
All right. Well, Constance is the commander you get through the expedition shop. And you know, you can control how fast you grow her. Now, as far as a gatherer, because of her very last skill, her last skill says she gains an additional 10% resources when she finishes gathering. Now, the only other gatherer who has something like that is Cleopatra, and Cleopatra is hard to level up as a legendary.
Right.
Now, Constance does gather wood the best at 20% and 15% on other resources. So as a gatherer, I would put her as far as at this level as the top gatherer. She doesn't have any other functions. You're not going to use her to attack. Barbs would eat her up. But for gathering, you want to send her out, especially because of her last skill. For that reason, as a gatherer, I'm going to rate her as the top gatherer and give her an A.
Let's give her an A. Remember, guys, the tier list, because I didn't mention it earlier, it goes from S being the best all the way down to F being the worst. So we have an A to start things out for Constance. But we're going to move on right now to Sarka. And what do you think about her?
All right. Well, Sarka functions as an awesome gatherer. She is not she's not steered towards one resource. She's 18% across the board for all of them. The one thing about Sarka, though, is she has a skill that makes her worthy as a secondary commander, and that is her first skill. She has a march speed reduction of 30% for the next 3 seconds. So if you're in a battle and you're looking to slow someone else down, bringing her as a secondary is not a bad idea. Those are her two areas. Again, she's a decent gatherer, and then this gives her a little boost on top of that. Again, develop her to level 37, get that gathering tree maxed out on her. And for that, I'm going to give her a B.
Okay, we have a B for Sarka. We have an A for Constance. We're moving on to Gaius. And what you're noticing here, guys, are a lot of the commanders at this tier. A lot of them are for gathering. Is the same thing going on with Gaius?
You know, the same thing is true for Gaius. Although his first skill gives him a march speed reduction also, it's only for 2 seconds, so it's less than Sarka. So you're probably not going to be taking him out. You'll pick her first. But he is a good gatherer. His specialty for gathering is food at 20%, 15% for all the rest. He doesn't have a resource boost at the end, like Constance has. Right. So he is going to also get a B. You're going to take him out every time you go gathering. You need 10 gatherers, 5 main and 5 backups or secondary. Right. So he is valuable. You're going to use him every single day.
A B for Gaius. Moving on to the commander that I have not touched in the game. We're talking about Lancelot. Should I have been touching this commander, or am I doing the right thing? I mean, I have so many sculptures, 1,380 just sitting there with the first skill maxed. Am I on the right track or no, Max?
No, brother, you are not. All right, so here's the thing about Lancelot. Lancelot is used in every Arc of Osiris. He is the fastest commander out there because you can build his mobility tree fast. He also has a cavalry march speed bonus of 5%. And if you notice at the beginning of the Arc of Osiris, people are sending out one troop marches to claim all the buildings and get the timer started.
Right.
It's always Lancelot. Always. The other thing that Lancelot gets used for, and he gets partnered with Dragon Lancer for this, is he is your hit and run for probably early to mid game. If you've decided you're going to go out and kill farmers, you're going to be using Lancelot as the leader for that. So I would get him up to level 47 as fast as you can, and max out his skills and start playing with his speed. Mobility is the tree you want. Now, the other thing that makes him great is he has this versatility tree. And versatility is a tree for commanders who aren't awesome at anything, but in it, he has two things. He has gathering speed in the superior tools, and he also has an action point reduction under insight. So you can cheaply build those two. And when you need that extra gathering commander, you have it. When you want to go out and attack barbs with 5 armies, you have it again. So Lancelot is actually an A for me. He is all game long commander.
Yeah, and with that rating, guys, I want to remind you this is an opinion piece, and if your opinion differs from Max's opinion, feel free to leave your opinions below. Just make sure you do it in a mature and friendly fashion. But an A for Lancelot. Max, it's time for me to start spending some of these sculptures. I mean, 1,380 sitting here. We could have him maxed out in no time.
Yes, you can. And next time I see your account online, I'll be looking for a maxed out Lancelot from you.
That may have to be the next video, but let's move on right now to Tomo, the cutest one in the game, in my opinion. Again, one I haven't touched.
You know, it cracks me up because in real life, Tomo was a samurai, and she was the most fierce female samurai. So the fact that she's holding a bow and arrow, I don't know what the game was thinking. But besides that, okay, she is an archer leader, and she has the versatility tree. Now, the use for Tomo, if you're free to play, or even maybe a pay to win very, very early in the game, she's your best secondary commander out there. And the reason for that is her third skill gives an additional 15% skill damage when she is serving as a secondary commander. You can max her out easily. As you know, you have 1,000 Lancelots. Everybody gets these blue sculptures really early in the game. All around, she has some decent attack skills. Her first skill has a 30% attack bonus. She has 5% archery bonus, 5% archery speed bonus. But as a low-paying player, I would say up till about City Hall 20-ish, I had her out in the battlefield every day.
Wow. Okay.
So we're going to give Tomo, if you're free to play, she's probably a low A, high B for you. And if you are a pay to win, maybe she drops down to not useful, maybe a C. But I'm more on the free to play side, so I'm going to give her a B.
All right, a B for Tomo. Moving on to Centurion. He's a boss. Tell me he's a boss.
He's a boss at looking good in green. So Centurion he's an advanced commander. This is the lowest tier, easiest to get. So you're not going to get much punch out of him. The only thing we really use Centurion in the game is for his third skill, which has a gathering speed bonus of 10% and a load bonus of 10%. So you can gather more with less troops. Right. As a gatherer, he is probably the lowest of them. He's going to be the slowest out there. That doesn't make him not useful. He's just not going to be the one you're excited to send out gathering. Right. Get him to level 37, max out his gathering tree to give him his best jump, but he's probably only a C. Again, you're going to use him every single day to gather, but he's not that exciting.
Yeah, there's better options out there, which is fair. A C for Centurion. Now, you mentioned Dragon Lancer earlier, hooking him up with Lancelot. I'm assuming that Dragon Lancer is going to have a high score from you because of this, but tell us what you think.
Yes, first of all, he is in his second skill. He's got a cavalry march speed bonus of 10%. And that's why we're putting him behind Lancelot with the mobility build. He is going to make that unit that you send out for speed move even faster. Right. The other thing about Dragon Lancer is he also has that versatility tree, and that means you can make him a gatherer. For 3 tokens, you can have increased gathering speed of 15%. You can also do the action point reduction on him. He won't be a primary other than for gathering, but you need someone to go with Lancelot. So for that, I'm going to give Dragon Lancer. What did I give Lancelot? An A? I think Dragon Lancer. Dragon Lancer then gets a B because he's going to be the partner in crime, just not as important at Lancelot.
Fair enough for a commander that looks like that in the game, guys. So a B for Dragon Lancer because he's versatile and because he could back up Lancelot fairly well. Now, we're moving on to Markswoman, which I may have the most skills for. No, I actually don't. But Markswoman, you see her everywhere. You're always getting her in those silver keys with those silver chests. What do we think about her? What is she good for?
She's really good at standing there.
Yeah.
You know what? Markswoman is a peacekeeper, and that puts her in the same category as Boudica and my big dude, Cao Cao. I'm trying to think of all the Belisarius, Lohar. The problem is her skills are just weak, and unless you absolutely need an extra peacekeeper, you're doing 5 marches of killing barbs, you're never gonna use her. Maybe the first 2 weeks of the game you might use her, but other than that, she's just gonna sit at home.
Right.
So Markswoman is gonna get a D, and the people who are mad at me for giving Pelagius a D, it's a different level D. This is the D of a lowest level in the game, really gonna sit at home versus a not my favorite. But we like her. We're glad she's here.
Well, she has her place, as does every commander, but hers only lasts about 2 weeks inside of the game. A D for the Markswoman. At least Pelagius isn't the only D that you've given now, right? Now,
I might have to bump him up, but I'm going to test him first.
Yeah, you should test him, and we got to have a little argument with Chiscool about that as well to actually see whose point is more valid, but that should be a fun video in itself. But Markswoman, if you guys disagree, let us know down below, but we are not done because we have one more left, and that is the man with the axe, City Keeper.
City Keeper. When I look at City Keeper, his name, I think, wow, he's going to be a great garrison commander. Hold the wall, except he's not garrison.
No.
Which is just
versatility
right. Yeah. So what makes him usable is that versatility tree again. This lets you give him 15% on the gathering speed. I wouldn't really take him out to kill barbs, but you can. You do have that action point reduction there for him. He does, in that versatility tree, have a few skills that are garrison related, but he's the last person you're going to put as garrison. Maybe day 1 or day 2, that's where he lands. But he is your 3rd string gatherer.
I feel a bad score coming on that.
I'm going to be kind and give him a C because of that versatility tree.
Okay.
You do need 10 gatherers. You do need, you need to be able to send out 5 marches gathering, and he can do that for you, where Archer Woman does nothing. He at least has one thing he can do for you. So he's going to get a C for me.
A C for the City Keeper, and that, Max, wraps up the 3rd tier list that we've done. We've done Legendary, we've done Epic, and now we jumped into this one. Guys, if you missed any of the, what are we calling these? These tier lists that we've done before, I'll be linking them at the end of the video, and you guys should definitely be going to check them out to see if you agree with myself and Max on, well, really her ratings of all these commanders, and if you've made wise choices along the way on your upgrades. Max, any last things you want to say about the tier list? Because this session is over.
It makes me sad that it's over. I'm interested to see who you pick to develop now that we've been through this together. Do you have a favorite that you're thinking, I got to go build right away?
Well, I mean, Lancelot's probably the one that you gave the highest value to that I've completely ignored in the game. So Lancelot's one of them. I also did notice that Constance, I don't have her skills completely maxed out, and I could easily go do that from going to the shop and just picking up more of her sculptures and getting that done. So I'm going to be doing that as well. being that I did put a video out about her being one of the great gatherers because of how you could, you know, get it ranked up so quickly. But yeah, I'm excited about it. I love these tier lists, and I love hearing what you feel about things because you have such a deep knowledge of the game. Remember, guys, if you want to check out Max, head on over her channel. It's going to be linked down below and above as well. Max, any last things before we go that you'd like to say to everyone that's listening?
You know, I just appreciate all you guys commenting. You can agree with me, disagree with me. I love hearing what you think. And, you know, you're making me go out and look at these commanders again. And that's what I'm going to be working on, is doing some comparisons based off of your comments. So keep dropping comments. It helps Echo and I, and it gives us idea for content too.
Yes, it definitely does. And speaking of content, we are throwing together some more ideas so that Max and I can still be coming at you with a weekly video together, because I do love having her on the channel, and it seems that you guys enjoy having her here as well. So if you have any ideas for future content you'd like to see or for us to break down for you, let us know down in the comments below. I can guarantee you that Max will be there in the comments to field your questions or your disagreements with her commanders. But guys, that's been it for today. Remember to check out the other videos that we've had in the past regarding the commander tier list. Also, come on over to my Discord server, guys. We are recently partnered over on Discord, which is pretty darn amazing, and I want you guys in my server as well. But we're gonna be getting out of here for today. The 2 videos that I'm talking about that I want you to look at, you could be finding right over there. No, right there. And I'll see all you guys back here later on today with another video. Until then, be good.